Good morning everybody, welcome back, and today we're going to continue with our basics on Design Space. Okay, so what happens when we want to create a design and we have found a picture on Google? So I'm going to just start at the very beginning, and what we're going to do is we're going to go to Google, and let's say we're looking for an octopus. I'm looking for an octopus images. So I'm going to click that in there and I'm going to press on images and I'm going to find an image that I like. Now I'm going to do a very basic image today, so I'm going to ask for an image silhouette, which makes it just a little bit easier just to get that basic concept so that you understand what we're doing. And I kind of like this guy here, so I'm going to click on him. And I'm going to put him on my desktop. So there he is. I've dropped and dragged him on my desktop. And I'm going to open my Cricut Design Space. Now this will take a moment or two. Unfortunately, my system is a little bit slower. I'm working with my older Mac system because it works for me. Right, let's open our page. And that is how your page is always going to open up. What do we want to do? We want to create a new project. So we're going to go New Project. And we want to upload an image. Now we'll have a look at settings and stuff just now. And to upload an image, it tells you there all your different types. You can upload a JPEG, a GIF, a PNG, BMP, SVG or DXF. In this particular case, I have no idea what my file is. I've just taken a picture, a random picture. And I'm going to go to Browse and I'm going to tell my PC to go and fetch my picture on my desktop. There's my desktop, there's my image. And there's my image. Now from here, you only have three options. It's that simple. You have a simple design, and that's what it looks like, a moderately complex design, or a very complex design. I'm going to go simple because this is a lovely simple design for me, and I'm going to go through to continue. Now, what is lovely in this screen? Let's look at some of the info that we've got here. This is our magic wand, that's our eraser, and that is to crop our picture. I don't need to crop this picture, but I am going to make it bigger. On the right top side, you have zoom in, so I can make my picture bigger. Now, the wonderful thing about the wand is that the moment I take it and I click, everywhere I click it is removing that background for me. So I can remove my background fairly quickly by clicking on everything I want to remove. And right down here we have the preview button. So if I say preview, I can see what my octopus looks like. Now if you look carefully, you'll see you've got a couple of little things that are just not really perfect. And that's where your advanced option comes in. If you click on your advanced option and we reduce this down to 2 colors and we do our color tolerance already, you'll see the difference. See how some of those little edges have gone? And if we do I like to sort of work at about 75, oh, not 175, just at around 75, and I push enter, and we can then have a look, and you'll see that most of those little edges have in fact gone. What happens when they don't go, and we really need to remove them? There is a way to do it. We can continue increasing our color tolerance, and we can look at our preview. But what we can also do is we can make our design bigger, and I can preview in on a specific space. And if I take my eraser and I make my eraser as small as possible, I will be able to go and just neatly smooth out that edge. Have a look, and you see how that has gone. Okay, we have another one over here, so I'm just going to do that and preview it again. Now something else, I can see his eye is not completely round, so I'm going to just make my eraser a little bit bigger. It's a bit too big, and I'm going to just make it a bit smaller. And if I put it there and I click once, I'm going to fix that edge, and it'll give me a beautiful circle. So you can basically create any design from pictures. Please do be respectful though of copyright. We do have a problem. There is a lot of copyright infringement within the industry with embroidery and with cutting machines. And just remember that you are actually stealing somebody else's hard work. That's the way I like to remember it. I know how I feel when somebody has used one of my tutorials or given it to somebody else, and I feel, for the amount of work we put in, I do actually object to a person doing that to me. So let's take that right the way down, and there's a little bump here somewhere. Let's see if we can clean it up. And if we make it smaller again, and there we've got a pretty good looking design in the matter of minutes. When we go through to continue, you're going to get two different images. You're going to get the print and cut image, and you're going to get the cut image. Now, if you click on this one, it shows you, and I'm going to save this as my octopus sample, and I'm going to upload it to my designs. And there he is. So if I now want to use him, I click on him and I insert that image into our software. Now my software is set up in inches, so it will show you the inches here, and we can change it here too. So if I decide I need him to be, let's say, 11 inches long, you notice that because I haven't unlocked it here, it adjusts my height and my width, which is pretty good. If I wanted to make this 5, it would do that too. If I unlock my design here, I can change just one way. See what happens? So in order for it to proportionately enlarge or make smaller, you would need to make sure that this is locked. This wonderful button here is your reverse button. So I'm just going to go back to my previous design, and there he is. If I wanted to make him now, I would take him. As a rule, I save everything because we never quite know what's going to happen. I'm going to call him Octopus Sample, and I'm going to put him into a new collection of files called Silhouettes. Or actually, let's make this a file called Ocean, because it's something I do a lot of, is pictures of the ocean. So create, and I can now save him. He's in, as you can see, I have 3 collections available at the moment: Christmas, Kelly Roche Studio, and obviously now the ocean. And from there I can, I want that to go there. There he is. So now I can also drop and drag him bigger or smaller, but I'm going to leave him where he was. So let's just take him back, and I can then go to make it. And then you'll go through your normal settings, setting him up on your mat. There he is. Now, in this point, you can actually move him around. So if you don't have a piece of vinyl here in this corner, but you have managed to get your vinyl down here, and you count your blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you match them on your mat, you'll be able to place him fairly well. If you're working with an iPhone or an Android phone or an iPad or a tablet, you have the quick scan option, which is really nice. But that I will record at a later stage when I have one of my helpful people here that can record for me while I'm doing it. So for now, we're going to just stick to desktop version, laptop version, and of course then you would go to continue. Because I don't have a machine connected right now, my machine will not go anywhere past this. Because I haven't connected a machine up this morning, I wanted to just run through the basics of the software rather with you. Okay, so that is how we create a basic design. Now I wanted to go back to my original screen. I just want to cancel here. Yes, I want to cancel my cut. And I want to cancel it there. And we should be back at our original screen. Now, I'm going to start a new design. I'm going to replace it. And I'm going to do pretty much the same thing again. But I'm going to use one of the pictures. Octopus images silhouettes. I want to see if we can find one with a little bit of detail on images. I might need to change this to black and white to get a better option. Let's go. Oh, let's go drawing. Drawing should give me what I'm looking for. And I'm looking for a design. There's a perfect design. He's really nice. So is this one. So, being a pencil drawing, he may be very, very light. But for the sake of this, let's borrow him. And then I'm going to use this guy because I think he's just so, so nice. And there he is. So I'm going to drop him down there. Okay, so if we go back to our software, and we're going to go through that whole process again. We're going to go to upload. We're going to tell the PC where that picture is, and we're going to fetch it. Now, mine is set up that it will automatically come up. I'm going to use him first, because I want to set him up that he's going to print and then cut. And I want all that lovely detail. So we're going to go through. I'm going to make him a little bit smaller. He's a stunning quality picture. So let's just, and there's basically our whole outline in one click. Just want to get these in between ones. And you'll see the difference now on the edges. Pretty good design. Got very little bleeding. Let's take this up to 60 and push that, and we should actually have a really good design. I see we've got a little problem over here. I'm going to just clean that off quickly. Now, if it's too small, remember you can make it bigger. I've got one or two little spots that I can see. So I just want to remove those. There we go. And we can go through to continue. Now you're going to see your outline and your picture. And because I want to save it as a print and cut, I'm going to click on that one. And I'm going to save that as our print octopus. And we're going to upload it. And what will happen with this one now is when we load it, it's going to load like this, but it has the cut option. So it'll print it first and then it will cut it for us. So here he is. I'm going to click on him. We're going to insert the image. Now as long as that green line is running across the top, it's telling you it is running. There he is. It shows you here that he is a print and cut. He's a print and cut design. So you're going to have two mats in the next, well, not two mats, one mat. You're going to print him. He will print first and then he will cut. So your basics on how to load a picture are the same. Now, the third option of loading a picture is when you want to do layers. Now, I'm going to do the layers in a different clip completely because it's a little bit more involved and it's going to be a longer clip. So I'm going to end off here for this morning and I'm going to say, please go and play and try this out and let me know how it's going. Have an awesome day.